Good evening, collectors and hobbyists. It's me, your boy, Crazy E-double-D-I-E, Crazy Eddie from Bigger Boat Collectibles. Reminding you that if you want it, we got it. We ain't got it, we'll get it. So get it while the getting's good. Just chilling here in the basement over here at the Bigger Boat Collectibles. My little collectible room. If you haven't seen that video, the last video I did a couple tours. There's a light flashing in the background. It's kind of throwing me off. A quick little tour around here. I'm not quite done yet. Still setting her up, but it's getting there. So just hanging out down here, and I thought I'd show you guys a couple of the cool things here. In that video, I showed some of the general Dukes of Hazzard stuff down here in the display case that I got down in here. I'm going to show you real quick. Down in there, there's some of it. Anyways, you can kind of see that. Anywho, I got almost every generally. I got the little Ertl Hot Wheel thing. I got this in the package still down there in the case. Matter of fact, it's right there. I have the bigger Ertl one. I have the HG toys. I have the Mego. I have the little barn breaker one that would, back in the 80s, they had the little barn buster made by Knickerbocker Toys, and this would break through the barn, so that's kind of cool. I got the wrist racers. This, I think, was had like a little watch thing that you'd put on, and you wind it up and it raced out of the watch thing. So I got that one. That's kind of cool. If you're offended by this, I apologize about that. That's just that it's nostalgic is all it is to me. As I was a big Dukes of Hazzard fan when I was a young boy in the 80s. Didn't know nothing about the history or anything like that. So that's all it is for me, is nostalgic, my childhood. And quite a big part of it because I watched the Dukes of Hazzard all through my childhood, along with a lot of the other things that you'll see in this room, like the wrestling figures or the Packers stuff over here. I was a Packers fan, I was a wrestling fan, I was a Masters of the Universe fan, and also you'll see all that stuff here. And if you keep watching some of my videos, I'll be showing you a lot of this stuff. Just grab this. Matter of fact, I'm speaking of wrestling, just grabbed this at Target today. It's really weird because I was a big collector of all these. You can see up here I have flip around. All the big LJN figures up there. I got some of them in the package still. Up there you see the original Hulk Hogan in the package. Or the one up there, you can kind of see it in there. But anyways, so they're re-releasing them now and going and finding them in stores again or whatever. It's kind of crazy. And I got a couple of the Hogan ones. And I just grabbed this one today from the store. So anyways, I'm going to show you some of my favorite, in this video, I'll show you a couple of my favorite generalies that I have in the collection. These ones down here are cool. Like I said, I got the HG toys, the Mego ones that fit the little 3 3/4 inch, like G.I. Joe figures in them. I got Bo Duke, I have Boss Hog, I have Luke Duke, Daisy Duke. I'm going to take this hat off. Uncle Jesse. I have all those guys down there in the Mego figures or whatever, but that's not what I'm going to show you today. Before I get all that, I am going to do a giveaway because I have quite a few of these little vintage Ertl, like Hot Wheel Matchbox type cars or whatever. I might do a giveaway and give away one of these. I have to figure out what I'm going to do. I'm not good at doing the giveaway, like how to do it, how to go about doing it. So if you got an idea, drop a comment. Let me know how I should do some giveaways, because I got a bunch of stuff I want to give away to some of you guys that are following us and supporting us. One of these things. But anyways, so get to my favorite. Generally, I got 2 pieces I was going to show you, and you guys have seen these in some of my previous videos, I'm pretty sure. But these are some of the higher end generally cars. I'm not saying they're the most expensive out there, but they are really nice. And this one, the first one, is one of the most detailed die-cast generally cars that I've ever seen. I love it. It's one of my favorites. It is an expensive car. It's by the Danbury Mint, and this is the Danbury Mint generally right there, and it's very detailed. Like I said, on this one, the doors do not open, but the trunk or the hood does. And you see the door in there, and the trunk opens. You can see the lights back there. And on some of the videos or the shows back in the, if you watch the Dukes of Hazzard, they did this chrome trim piece right here. You can kind of see it right there, but in some of them they didn't. This one has that on there. I think it's pretty cool. It's another added detail. It's pretty neat. I really like this piece. One of my favorite replicas of the General Lee. It is kind of small compared to the next one I'm going to show you. There you see the top part. Like I said, if you're offended by this, I apologize. like I said, it's just nostalgic childhood to me, because like when I was a kid, I was a huge Dukes of Hazzard fan, and that's all I see when I see that is my childhood. I don't see, in the history or whatever. I never really paid that much attention to that history. It wouldn't. Again, if you're offended by it, I apologize. So, anyways, that is a beautiful, beautiful car. Like I said, the Danbury mint, generally very detailed. Rubber tires. It's all die cast. Steering wheel turns. If you turn the steering wheel, the wheels turn. Love this car. Here you can see it. Sitting there. Pretty neat. And here it is compared to the little Hot Wheel I was showing earlier. The little 1/64th scale. Scale one. So now the next one I'm going to show you is, I'm going to slide these up. And you've seen this one before too, is the Ramen Racer. So here's the 1/64 scale, there's the Danbury Mint one, and here's the Ramen Racer one compared to those. Just kind of slide this in here, like right there. And that thing is huge compared to those. I'm going to set this back down over here. Probably get my fingers in there. Move these out of the way. And show you this. This is also very, very detailed piece. It's got the hood. It does lift up. Put my finger in there. There you go. There's the hood. And the thing I like about this, it's cool, is the pieces, you can take them out, like you can take the motor out, whatever. And a lot of the stuff is magnetic, and it just clicks right back in. Really easy. And boom, that's back in there. The bumper, like I said, is magnetic. You can take that off. Pretty cool piece. On this one, the doors do open. Boom. And you see that one's open. The seats move. Like I said, if you wanna put your figures in there, because this one does fit. Here you can see I got a guy in there. You can fit action figures in there. That's Peter Parker from Spider-Man. And the trunk opens back here. And there's a pack in there. I don't have the charging cable, I don't think. But you can plug this in and it lights up, and it does the horn. I don't think I got it charged. It does the horn and the revving and stuff like that. So this is very detailed also. Here's the back end of it. You can see the dual exhaust. This is one of my favorite pieces. I had to put the stickers on there myself, so I'm going to show you the stickers. I put the stickers on there myself, so it's not a great job, but I didn't do bad. There's no bubbles or nothing like that. So, did pretty good job there. Because the reason why this is harder to get is Mattel, I think it was originally going to release this car. And they did like a Kickstart thing where people would donate, funds to get it going. And once it got off the ground or whatever, they would produce them and whatever. But it never took off, so they never produced it. Well, a company in like China or Japan or somewhere, picked it up and they made it. It was Ramen Toys company. They picked it up and they made it, and they only made a select few of them. And you had to pre-order it. It was expensive then. It was like $300 at that point. So now they're not making them anymore. So the only place you can get them is like eBay or those secondary market, and it's harder to come by. So that's another one of my favorite pieces, mainly because you can display it with some of your figures today or whatever. Or those old Mego figures, the big 8 to 9 inch figures or whatever that Mego came out with. Will fit in there, and it's just pretty. I like the car. If I was going to get one of these vehicles for real life, like for shows and stuff like that, I'd take like a 69 Charger like this, or like a 78 Firebird Trans Am, something like that, like from Smoking the Bandit. Those are the cars that I think are pretty cool. I also like the Mustangs, like from Bullet, the green Mustang, or the from, what is it, Vanishing Point, that old movie. It was the Challenger, the white Challenger from Vanishing Point. Those are all awesome cars, but the Charger, for some reason, is one of my favorites. Also, from the Fall Guy there, that was an 83 Sierra, GMC Sierra square body truck. That was awesome as well. So, but anyways, a lot of these old movies and old TV shows not from the 80s were based around these cars. I think the cars were the stars, really, of the show. I mean, you name it. You got the Magnum PA or whatever it is, Magnum TA, whatever. We had the red Ferrari. You had Starsky and Hutch with their red car with the white stripe. They had the Dukes of Hazzard. You had the Knight Rider with his car. Of course, you had the Smokey and the Bandit. You had the Fall Guy, Herbie the Love Bug, Scooby Doo. They all had vehicles, whatever, that they were based around. And my favorite, the General Lee, hands down. And then I think probably next would be the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am, and then the Fall Guy truck. And then from there, I did what have you. But those are some of my favorite shows from the 80s, and the General Lee is really a big piece of my childhood. Very nostalgic. So appreciate you guys watching this. If you guys have any of these vehicles, or if you have something that maybe I don't have, like I said, I have the HG Toys, I have the Mego, I have the Ertl, I have the Danbury Mint, I have that one. I have quite a few of them. So if you guys got something I don't got, maybe you guys want to make a trade or sell or anything like that, we do buy, sell, and trade at Bigger Boat Collectibles at 1400 Osborne. So dig out your closets or anything like that, and the old toys, and anything collectible that you guys want to get rid of, drop by and maybe we can work out a deal. If not, we'll point you in the right direction, find something that maybe you can make a deal with. If you watched this far in the video, I appreciate it. And please consider following us on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. We appreciate it. Drop a comment and let us know what you think. But most of all, stop by Bigger Boat Collectibles. Grab you something for your collection or hobby. Whether you collect football cards, baseball cards, Pokemon cards, we got you covered there. If you play video games and play board games, we got you covered there as well. Anything that's collectible, anything that's fun, that's under the sun, we got at Bigger Boat Collectibles, 1400 Osborne. And like I said before, we buy, sell, and trade, so consider that. You can bring in some of your old collection or whatever if you want to buy, trade, whatever. Stop by and see us. We'd love to see you guys. Till next time, this is Crazy saying stay hydrated.